Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jonathan, and today I have my first slab that I purchased for 2022. If you're like me, I don't know, you might have been a fan of the 1990s Marvel Impel series. One of the things I always enjoyed, of the card with the cards is that it would tell the character's first appearance, like this, Spider-Man symbiote black suit. First appearance was Amazing Spider-Man 252, which I have up here. And so, growing up, you always saw like different, cards. I think these were like called the most valuable comic. And so like you would see these and be like, oh, I want that Wolverine, or I'd want that, Amazing Spider-Man 129. And when you're a child, you don't really have the funds to kind of buy these, books. But now that I'm an adult, I ended up picking up something that I wanted. I remember wanting, like growing up as a kid. And so I won't take too long into that, and I'll go into what I bought. This wasn't a book that I discussed in my last video as regards to what I wanted to pick up for 2022. But this was listed on eBay. It had a price of $225, and I was looking at recent comps sold and just more or less what the FMV was, and so I decided I was going to watch it, and I wasn't really going to pull the trigger on it. But then the seller offered made an offer of $190, and so considering what this is sold for, I couldn't pass up on it. And I was just watching another auction that had listed. Had one of these listed, and it sold for $330, and it was an old CGC label. So what I picked up was Punisher #1. This is the first of his ongoing series with the highly unrealistic cover. I don't know. That's just so funny. I don't know. It's not possible. But anyways, I picked this up for $190, and I think this was a steal. It's a 9.8 with white pages. I think the only reason why it went for so low is because it's a CBCS label. Just after I bought this, I noticed, like I said, one finished an auction for $330, CGC, old label. Then somebody went and listed a new label, Punisher #1, and they had $300 or best offer. Obviously, when you look at sold, it has a cross through it, so somebody took a best offer. But essentially, I paid $100 less for this CBCS book than its counterpart, and I was concerned. I wanted to make sure that the wrap was good. I looked at the wrap online, and looking at it in person, it's good. It's not like it's a miswrapped or anything like that. That was like my biggest concern, whether this was a miswrap, because I looked at some of these books, and you could see like part of the front cover, was showing on the back, and so that was like my main thing. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't miswrapped, and that the slab looks good, and I would say it's good. There's like maybe one little mark here or whatever, but for the price, I really can't go wrong. And I do want the other Mike Zeck #1, but I think now that's been mentioned on Key Collector, and I think it's kind of heating up because it had a high sale this past week. So I'm not going to focus on getting that book. I'm happy to add this one right now, and it's now part of the collection. And like I said, as a kid, I definitely remember this card. And back then in 1990, the Overstreet price guide was $6 for a near mint copy of Punisher #1. So that's pretty much it. I got Punisher #1 and a 9.8 for what I think is a pretty fair price, pretty decent price. I think once the first appearances get hot and out of price, you go for the first solo series or first ongoing series, and that's what I did. Glad to have this part as part of the collection. Thank you for stopping and watching the video. As always, thanks. Appreciate it. And take care. Bye.